We're here in Peru, Illinois. We've just had a demonstration about justice for Jelani. There are a lot of unanswered questions. We've traced the path that Jelani was taken. His car, we found the location where they found his car. We saw the location where they found his clothes. The distance between the car, the clothes, and his body are 1.5 miles, 3 miles apart. A lot of unanswered questions. Why would you go through the path that the car was taken if you're not from Peru? You wouldn't even know to find this wooded area. Secondly, the place where his clothes were found, there's no way you would just go there. It's roped off. It's a state of Illinois road, and it's not open to the general public. And so we don't know why was Jelani brought to Peru. And you have some jurisdictional questions. So there are a lot of legal matters, and that's why we're calling on Kwame Raoul, the Illinois Attorney General, to step up the investigation. We've contacted Congressman Rush and Congressman Davis asking for federal investigation in the murder, we believe, the murder and disappearance of Jelani Day.
And we're here to support, and we want justice. That's why we represent. NIU. We have various sororities and fraternities here.
And so we're standing with the family. We've had students here from ISU, NIU, Illinois colleges across the state. Students, you need to really organize, because there's so many missing young people around this nation. And the thing is, you vote, or you should be voting for Illinois Attorney General. You should be voting for state's attorneys that are fair and just. You should be voting for judges that will hear these cases. You need to make sure that you understand the criminal justice process. We need to know who's governor, because the governors appoint the directors of the state police. It's just a lot of things that are connected politically, a lot of legal challenges, and we're going to find out for ourselves. We want justice for Jelani.
Say we want answers. Somebody say justice for Jelani.
Justice that many people say still has yet to be served. Police found 25-year-old Illinois State University grad student Jelani Day's body in the Illinois River last month. To this day, his campus, his family, and civil rights leaders still have burning questions surrounding his death. The Reverend is calling for the State Attorney General, the FBI, the Department of Justice, and President Biden to all get on board with the investigation. Monday, the LaSalle County coroner released a cause of death for Day, saying he drowned in the Illinois River. Though Day's body was decomposed, the coroner says it was still clear that there was no evidence of any injuries like strangulation or assault. His mother, Carmen, says her son was strong and she doesn't believe he drowned himself.
So no, Jelani didn't hurt himself. No, Jelani did not drown himself. No, Jelani did not do this to himself. Somebody did this to Jelani.
Rainbow Push, it's always good to be with you. Of course, I'm Cameron Barnes, National Youth Director of the Rainbow Push Coalition. I'm standing here with my good friend, my brother. This is Carl Coleman, who is the chairman of the Democratic Party of Macon County. He's about 2 hours away from Peru, but they made this drive to come and stand in solidarity with Jelani Day's family and with this March for Jelani Day caravan. So, Carl, I want to ask you, what does this mean to you? Why did you drive 2 hours up the road to stand in solidarity today?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to appreciate Reverend Jackson, Reverend Barnes, Push, the entire Push Coalition for inviting us out here today. It's incredibly important that we're here and a sign of solidarity for the Jelani Day family, for the push for justice. As we've been through this road 3 months now, we have not seen the answers necessary to bring about a resolution for this family, and we want to make sure and demand that the Peru Police Department, the state government, the federal government, any entity involved in this that could take advantage of the situation and bring this family closure and justice. We want to make sure that we can get it done today. That's why we're out here. We're here to go see where they found the body, where they found his cars. As we're taking it full totality, as we have not seen the amount of energy and emphasis put upon this case. As we said before, with Gabby Patino, it took only 3 days for the federal government to get involved. Found the remains. They've since found the remains of her supposed attacker.
Exactly.
Yet we're still here without any form of answers.
Without an investigation?
Without an investigation. I mean, yesterday they came out with the coroners claiming that it's a drowning case, and that's obviously not what seems to be logical here for this situation.
With no signs of trauma
at
to
all.
this body.
Supposedly.
So I mean, we see the different effects of how justice does not transfer over to the other side of the racial lines, and that's why we're here today. Carl, I want to thank you for joining us in solidarity. We're taking this journey today. We're going to go on a couple different sites. We're going to be there on the site of where his car was found. We're going to be at the site of this river. We're going to make a few stops, and we implore you to follow us on this journey as we seek justice for Jelani Day. Thank you so much, Carl, and I'm glad you're here.
Thank you for having us. Justice for Jelani.
It's an investigation.
Investigation.
Investigation. Investigation. Investigation. Investigation.
Know the facts.
Know the facts. The truth.
Set us free.
Set us free.
Somebody knows.
Somebody knows.
Somebody knows.
Somebody knows. As we are all gathered here to let the world know, not just Peru and LaSalle and Bloomington, but to let the world know that we all want answers about what happened to Jelani here in Peru. Again, I thank all the colleges for coming out and showing up. I also, with Reverend Jesse Jackson, agree that the coroner's report yesterday and how they said and worded things is an insult to not only myself, but to my son. As I stated today, Jelani was an avid swimmer, and an avid swimmer doesn't drown himself. Jelani didn't have depression or mental issues. Those are indicative of someone that has suicidal thoughts. That's not what my son had. As I said, he's strong-willed, he was strong-minded. So Jelani ended up here against his will. He ended up in that river against his will.
Yes, he did.
He was drowned.
Yes, he was.
Against his will.
Yes, he was.
So that is all equivalent to murder.
Yes.
So I need to get answers about what happened to my son.
Yes.
And I thank you all for walking with me and marching with me and letting the world know this is a sign that we're making a sound. Even though it's not, we're not being violent, we're protesting, we're making a sound. We want action. We need the Attorney General office. We need the FBI to get involved, because right now we don't have answers. And it's been way too long not to have answers. Too long.
We stand with the Day family today. We stand with the students that are out wanting to have a sense of safety, a sense of security, and a sense of closure. The family simply wants justice, and they deserve answers. This is a proud military veteran family that has served our country abroad, and we want the same justice that we seek abroad right here at home. This is now a multi-jurisdictional investigation, which means to us no one's in charge. This is why we're asking for the Illinois Attorney General to step up, step forward, and to convene and lead this investigation to its natural conclusion. We saw something in Minnesota with George Floyd, and there the Attorney General for the state of Minnesota stepped forward to bring it to its natural conclusion. And we're demanding the same thing happen right here in the state of Illinois. Mr. Day, a college student, 25 years of age, happy in a fraternity, had many friends, a very highly active social and public life, contributing member to his campus, a brother with 4 sisters and brothers, was in school, medical school, was matriculating at the proper rate, and then at 9 a.m. is the last time we heard of any sort of communication from his cell phone. 2 days later, the car was found. Another 7, 8 days later, the body was found, and we've had no answers. It was technically found in the Illinois River, which is state property. The Illinois State Agency found Mr. Day, and we want them to step forward and lead the investigation. It's been over 59 days. Yes. It's been a week since we've heard back from the Illinois Attorney General, and we're here demanding answers. We want to thank the Peru mayor and the police chief. They will be escorting us today. We are asking all persons in law enforcement and all citizens that know anything about this case to please step forward so we can let this family go on with dignity and a sense of closure. You will now, as we take this route, you will see the license is better than a mile away from where the car was found. You will see the car is found another mile away from where the lanyard is found. You'll see that the lanyard is another few miles away from where the clothes were found, and the body was found some distance from there. We do not believe that he did this to himself. No. And in conclusion, it's an insult the way the coroner has issued the report to the mother, to the father, to the family. I don't want to recount all the gruesome details of the decomposition of the body, but this is why we're in Peru today, to seek justice, and we would like an apology also from the coroner.
Yeah.
No family should ever have to go through this. So, Ms. Day, would you like to say anything else at this time?
Again, as Jonathan said, when we go along this route, you will see, and I don't know if there's people here that's from Peru, you will see that the location where the car was and how they said where the body was found, where they said the clothes were found, where they said the wallet was found, where they said the lanyard was found. None of these are in a proper distance. None of these would be anything that Jelani would have purposely drove his car to, took off his license plates, not have his phone, throw away his keys, take off his clothes, and go into a river. Jelani wouldn't have done that. At all. So, since this is what they have tried to put in black and white in print to get you to believe, see it with your own eyes. Right. See it with your own eyes. See it with your own eyes and think that would you believe that somebody with common sense would even come all the way to Peru to do something to themselves? So see it with your own eyes. See why I'm so adamant about finding out what happened to my son. If I thought that anything that Jelani would have did something to himself, I can accept those things. But my son, he loved life. Yes. He had goals and aspirations. He believed in God. He had a strong Christian background. He wouldn't have dared did anything to himself. Never. So once again, I thank you all for being here. I thank you all for marching with us for justice. Just please, please, please help me find justice. That's all I'm asking.
Justice for Jelani! Keep her!